Hi you guys, it's Tiffany at Single Mom Budgeting. Today we're going to be going over the last 2 weeks of expenses. So I am paid on the 1st and the 15th of every month, and today is November 25th. I'm actually going to be doing November 15th to November 26th just because it is 11:42 p.m. I am getting this done late. Y'all know, if you've watched my other videos, I've been doing these late at night. I don't know what's happening. I was doing them early and we'll talk more about it when I show you what's going on. This month, my daughter has been going to the barn more often and she's just being more consistent with showing up and riding the horses. And that being said, I am spending a little bit more in gas. So that is something that has been going on. But also because of that, I have to get up earlier. I have to leave earlier. I actually have to leave at like 7:30 in the morning when before I was leaving at 8 to get to work on time. So anyways, enough of that. We're going to jump into this and see where our spending is at for the last 2 weeks. I think the last video that I did, my numbers were way off. I don't know what was happening. I'm still kind of unsure. There are some things that I need to work out when I am doing my budget, especially like the incoming, because I don't know, rollover money, is that considered incoming money in your budget? Because it kind of just rolled over from your last pay period. So I don't know if I should be considering that income. I don't know if that makes sense. If it does, let me know down in the comments what you think, because I feel like it's throwing my numbers off. So I don't know. Anyways, I went ahead and I highlighted everything. So we're actually going to be starting with this paycheck here. So this is everything that I spent up until this point. So this has been from November 15th up until November 25th, but I'm posting this on the 26th. So anyways, I've already said anyways like 3 times. Hello. It's past my bedtime. What can I say? I already have this done as well. So I already wrote down. Okay, one of the things that I want to do is I really need to get to work on a new planner, because I don't like having multiple notebooks, but this is just how my brain works. And having it separate like this, I don't know what it is, but it is, I like seeing it in another notebook, so I'm not constantly flipping back and forth. I don't know. I just like this little composition notebook for keeping track of all of the expenses. I break it down like this, and then in this one, I put down just by category. So we're going to be going over our November budget as well, like everything, all of the expenses that we had in November as well. So let's get started and see. Okay. So like, here's the thing, the incoming here. So we have this paycheck, and then I also got reimbursed. My daughter is homeschooled and she does receive a scholarship that the state provides, and we were reimbursed $237.50. So here's the thing, this amount does not match my incoming right here, and that is because the rollover. So that's where I'm going, like, I don't know what I'm doing as far as that goes. I'm going to include the rollover because I've already done the math, and this was my cheat sheet here. So my last pay period, I was left with $3.94. Somehow I was off on my money. And then this was my paycheck, $2,347.99. Well, the difference is $61.59. Lo and behold, the difference is $61.59. So that much I know I've figured out off camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down. And I'm just, I really do think that it is the rollover that is throwing me off with the incoming. So I don't think I'm going to continue calling that income. Okay, so I'm going to keep this out of the way and let's see if we can get this done. So we have car. Now, I didn't have any other car expenses yet this month. Hopefully it stays like that. So everything right now is just gas. So $102. Honestly, is that 9 cents or is that 90? I think it's 90. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check off when I've already done the math. Okay, now we're moving on to eating out. How are you guys doing? How are you keeping up with your budget? Are you on budget? Did you blow your budget? Let me know. Let me know how you're doing. I know it's the holidays. It's very easy to blow our budgets during the holidays. I do know this. I have been there before, so I get it. I'm trying not to. It's very easy to do with all of the different sales. Like, just be mindful. Be intentional of your spending. It's easier said than done. Debt is $360. I did not make a lot of debt payments this month. So there's that. Debt. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is I've already taken a look at all of the expenses, so I kind of know where my money is here. Clothing was $67. My daughter and I went to the Goodwill and we were able to thrift quite a bit for $67. A lot of expenses for kids. So there's a bunch going on here. My daughter is in the local fair, youth fair. She also got her driver's license, you guys. So we will find out how much it's going to be once I take her to get her the actual card. I opted, it's more expensive. And the reason is because I opted for it's like a special course that they did. It was an hour long. He kind of did like prep just to prepare her for the driving test, and then he actually did the test, and it's all through like the state. So she did pass. That will obviously increase my insurance. So it'll be interesting to see what the insurance equals out to. And I was talking about something else and I completely forgot what I was talking about. Okay, that's okay. Maybe the thought will come to me later on. Miscellaneous, so $40.71, and then $65.99. Okay, $106.70. All right, I think I'm done on this side. I don't have anything else that I need to worry about. We'll check that too. Okay, so what is over here? I didn't do much for, the debt payments. That's what it is. So the debt, I think what I'm going to do is I have been putting additional money towards my Chase Sapphire card. That card has a higher balance. I think it's $7,500 on my Chase Sapphire. I have my Chase Freedom, which is like $3,200. I've been paying additional money towards my higher balance card. And I think what I'm going to do is actually start just paying the minimum on that one and throwing the extra towards the lower balance card, because I want to try and get rid of that one faster so then I can apply all of that to the higher balance card. I think did I mention this in one of my other videos? I feel like I did, but I don't know. These days, you know what? Everything's a blur, it seems like. So, I think it's the Avalanche. I can't remember, but anyways, I'm thinking that is what I want to do going forward. just to try and get that card out of here. Now, some of these things you will see I spent a little, like $9.81. We got TV dinners. Didn't feel like cooking, and that's just what we got. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to eat out, so we opted for a TV dinner and saved money. So that's what we did. That was groceries. And now let's do, oh, did I include this? Yes, I did, didn't I? Did I include that? I think I did. I feel like there's a glare. I am so sorry, you guys. If you've watched up until this point, leave me a Christmas emoji down in the comments. Any of the Christmas emojis, leave it down in the comments if you've made it this far. I really hope to spruce up my content next year. I just have a lot of plans, and I really want to be able to, I will. I have to like speak it into existence. I will create more content, better content. I'm excited about what's to come. I just have all of the ideas. I just have to implement them. Okay, and then bills. Why do I only have one bill? I don't know. You know what I haven't done, and I have to do it like tomorrow, is I have not withdrew half of the rent. So this is kind of why I'm doing this too, because I want to see where my money is. How much money have I spent? Where is my money? How much money do I have left? So that's why we're doing this. I'm going to get rid of that, put that to the side. Now, over here, let me see if I can get y'all closer. There we go. Okay. Let's add up all of the expenses and see where we're at. All right. $102.90 in gas, $54.72 in eating out, $360 in debt, $67 in clothing, $286 towards the kids, $106.70 miscellaneous. Savings is $125, $238.69 groceries, $93.75 pets, $187.48. Okay, before I hit equal, pets, I did end up getting a huge bag of dog food, so that should last us for at least a month. The dog has a vet appointment this Friday, and I do want to talk to her about the food because I don't know if I should be giving her weight management food. She was about 9 pounds overweight for her breed, so I don't know. I need to talk to the vet, but we'll figure that out Friday. All right, let's see. Equals 1,000. I feel like that is so off. $1,622.24. Okay. That is so far. I know that this is not the whole pay period, but that's okay. I don't anticipate spending much more, but I don't know. You know what? I just realized I bought something on Amazon, and I don't know, that did not show up on my card. I'm going to have to look through what card that charged it on. Okay. Okay, $2,647.08 minus $1,622.24. So it's showing here that I am left with $1,024.84. That is what it's showing that I am left with. So obviously I still need to pull out money for my rent. That's half of my rent. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. That's what I would have left. I still need to go over and figure out, like, I think that this is off. I think I had $900 in the bank. So that's why I guess I'm like so confused. According to my planner, but this is in my bank. Look, this was the last paper, the 1st through the 15th. So the planner in my bank, this is right. Okay, let's see. What is 1,028.78 minus 1,024.84? 394. This 394 is really gonna, I don't know what, that is what is in my planner. That is what is in my planner. That is what I started. That is what I started with. Somehow, some way, my budget, it's messy. I don't know what's happening, but also it is right. I'm off $3.94 according to what is in my bank. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think what is in my bank, I am safe to say that this is what I currently have in my bank account right now. That is correct. I am tracking my expenses properly. Okay, y'all, we did it. What a mess. Hopefully the next pay period is a little bit better. If you guys watched this far, thank you so much. I have got to go to bed because I am feeling loopy. I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye.